Understand how this camera works.
Record. What?
I turned it off like by accident.
Is it on now?
I think so. It says
What's
record.
wrong with you? It's the simplest camera in the
haven't used
fucking
this
world.
one yet. It's sloppy.
Ah! All right, so I sewed Mike Perez's race uniform. What is that? Suit track?
Fire outfit.
Fire suit.
Hell yeah. Now my dick will fall out.
That's all sewed, sewn up, which I actually miss sewing. I need to start doing it more. Actually, I tapered this in. You saw me do that yesterday because it's a big sloppy mess and our flannels aren't done. And now we're on the way to Englishtown, New Jersey for a private track day. We were at the track and get some footage, gonna do some stupid shit. Dana's behind us in the Cayman. And I'm answering questions on Snapchat now. So like, I'll get a question on Snapchat. If it's actually a good question, I'll answer it. So, today's question, or I got it a few days ago, and I hated the question at first. It was, what was your five biggest mistakes in business? All right? Now, my first mistake was back 5 years ago, I was working for QVC. I had a bunch of money saved up. I had $14,000 saved up on the side from doing freelance work, right? So like I felt like a fucking baller. I had a house. I mean, everything was financed and all that, but I had $14,000 in the bank. So I started doing freelance work for this dude who eventually convinced me to come off and work for him. And then, long story short, he like fucked me for a year and never paid me. And I exhausted that $14,000 over the course of the year, became super broke, and then started flight or fail. So like that should be a big mistake, but realistically, that's where I learned everything. Like generally everything that I know, all the hunger I have, everything that like my core values, I learned from that motherfucker by him fucking me. So it's like, I don't even look at that as a mistake anymore. I look at that as like free fucking college. So I was gonna respond to the dude and be like, no mistakes, everything is blah, blah, blah. But I guess I tweaked it to like lessons more or less now. So like five things that I've learned lesson-wise that I don't intend on doing anymore. All right? And Rags, if you hear me say anything weird, you can hop in. Okay. I'll include you in this video.
Are you going to do 5 separate videos, or you're going to do them all right now?
Let's see how long it takes me to explain a point.
Okay.
All right? So.
In no particular order?
Yeah, I'm not advanced enough to go in order. All right. So number 1 is other fucking people. All right? That's business partners. That's, business partners. I think when you go into business with somebody, you guys can always start out right. Everything's very exciting. And then things start happening. Life starts happening. People lose interest in things. I mean, even fitness. You look at people, they do fitness for 6 months. And then they're like, I burnt myself out. It's like, fucking 6 months you're burnt out? A lot of times business partners are gonna do that. Business partners are gonna everyone cares about themselves, realistically. Like, I care about Rags a lot, but I care about my fucking self, number 1 priority. You know what I mean? Number 2 priority is Dana. Number 3 priority is like my fucking family. And then number 4 priority is my crew around me. And then after, like, that's how it works. So like when shit really hits the fan, when you have to fucking pick who you're gonna hold, you're gonna cut Rags, the rope, and I'm gonna fucking stay as cliffhanger and live. Where the fuck that movie was.
So your lesson is cut me off.
No, my lesson is the more people you involve in your shit, the more it fucks everything up. I'm gonna stop trying to curse so much. The more people you involve, the more business partners, everything. And the same thing with that, you're accountable for their decisions, right? So like if my business partner, if I start a company called
Dell.
the big bread maker, and I make legit bread, right? And I have a business partner, and my business partner sleeps with an underage girl. Fuck me. You know, that's as good as me doing it, because it's gonna go in the news as, you know, big bread maker fucking sleeps with underage girls, and then I'd be like, oh no, that was my partner. Like, you're accountable for every single fucking thing they do. Everything. It's you, man. I think that's a huge part. That's a huge part. And a lot of times you see people as assets, but you need to learn how to place everyone everywhere. You know what I mean? It also helps out hierarchy, all that. So I think other people, stay the fuck away from other people if you can. Do it on your own. Follow what's in your heart. I think you'll get a clearer message. Number 2 is, once again, it's other people, but it's other people's money. That will fuck you. Once again, this is specifically for me, so translate it to you. If you need to start an insurance company or something like that, yeah, you need other people's money. But for me personally, when you don't have money, you have to figure shit out. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason I did all the photography, I did all the video, I did all the design, I did the website building, and like, even the things that went wrong throughout all that made me grow as a person. And you actually understand your market better because you're forced to be creative because you don't have all the resources that you have. For example, limited hand-printed apparel. I was the first one in the fucking fitness industry to do that, right? And everyone copy that. I didn't do that because I really wanted to do that. I did it because I couldn't afford a lot of fucking apparel, a lot of blanks, so it was limited because I was fucking broke. It was hand printed because I couldn't run an auto press because I was fucking broke. And apparel because it's apparel. But like, those two things were forced because I didn't have any fucking money. You know what I mean? Now, the dude, there's a really good friend of mine, I haven't seen him in a while, an older man who does construction, who month number 1 was like, hey man, I see you really hustling, like I want to give you fucking 10 grand. I think I told you about this.
Yeah.
He wanted to give me $10,000, and this dude was a solid dude. But learning from that first mistake I made with that guy back in the day with the partners, my first lesson, I turned down 10 grand and I lived in poverty for like another 4 months. Thinking that dude's 10 grand right now would be worth $10 million, and I'd be wondering how the fuck to get away from him. You know what I mean? Like, something would have been fucked up.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it, and I went the hard way, and I learned a lot of shit. The other thing too is, like, when it gets cloudy outside and the money doesn't show up as hardcore, not everything's financed. That's something I'm still struggling with now, because every single car I own, every single 911, every single fucking house, everything, all the gym equipment, every single fucking thing you see is paid for. You know what I mean? Like, I could stop making money right now, and the only thing I have a loan on, which I think I'm down to $700,000, is for the warehouse. But that's just because it was fucking 1.5 million. So every single thing is paid for. I focus on paying for things. I don't fucking finance Lambos and finance fucking houses, and, you know, we don't spend a bunch of ruthless money. Like, when we went to go get a rig, that's why the rig was $39,000. You know, the new rigs are $400,000. I got the $39,000 rig because, I don't know, man. I like to that. I know that if everything goes wrong, I don't owe everyone else money. So other people's money. I think the creativity of it, and then like the pride in your chest that like, I own this fucking Tundra. It's mine. No one else's. The bank can't take it from me. No one can take this shit. It's mine. That's a huge point for me.
And it helps you appreciate what you
It
got.
does, man. It helps you appreciate, like, because I know people that are like, I don't even own my fucking house. I walk from it. The bank just owns it. No, dude, I own my house. Like, my house is mine. You know, I fucking appreciate that shit. When I wake up every morning, I actually think that. I think this is my house. This house is fucking paid for. And I know it's a luxury that not a lot of people have to do, but like, you start out fucking small, dude. Like, I paid, like, I didn't have 911s fucking 3 years ago. You know, I had the Cayman. The Cayman was $30,000. Prior to that, dude, I was driving a 98 pickup. You know, like, that thing was, that was what, $9 grand? Like, I focus on, that's why I don't have a Lamborghini right now. That's why I don't have a GT3 RS, because they're $300,000 fucking dollars. And like, one, I can't justify it, and two, like, I don't want to lease it. Like, it doesn't feel right in my heart. Now, I know other business people say that's different. All right, number 3, that was a long number 2. Number 3 is...
We're at 10 minutes, you're doing good.
Cool. Number 3 is, I think, resistance. I think people that use things to cock block themselves on purpose, and they don't want to admit it. Like a fucking business plan. Like a business plan. Let me think where I'm going. Keep left. Like a business plan, like, not getting out of bed in the morning, like just excuses. So many people have excuses about everything. And not that I had excuses, but like I doubted myself like throughout my life, to where that guy that pulled me out of QVC and fucked me for a year put me in a position where I had to do it. I had no other choice. I had to start flying or fail. Keep left. I think that a lot of people think like, oh, we need to plan this out. We need a business plan. We need like fucking, I need a logo. I need to get incorporated. I need to do this. Like, you can start a business, just buy the fucking domain and start. You know, like, you don't need the trademark right away. You don't need any of that shit right away. Fucking start your hustle. Start making fucking money, and because you're gonna start learning things.
And you don't need to wait until you have more time.
No, and you don't need to wait until you have more time. I think that's the other thing that people. That's my 4th point.
Oh, I thought that was this one.
That's my 4th point.
Oh.
It's just fucking stalling. It's excuses, and it's fucking stalling, and everyone does it. I do it, man. I'm like, ooh, we should hold off and talk about that more. We should talk about it more, and it just fucking slows you down. Like, you need to get in it. You need to start making moves that challenge you. You learn from, you start learning your market. You fucking have to do it as fast as you can. Dude, get out of school, start a job at 18. If you fuck up by the time you're 21, then go back to school at 20. You're gonna be 2 years behind everybody else. Big fucking deal. Plus you have real world experience. Same thing with getting internships. Don't wait till your senior year to get an internship. I think you did this too, but I had 2 internships when I went to art school.
Yeah.
Right away. And everyone was like, you are insane. And I was like, no, man, like, I want to learn. I want to use this knowledge in real life application. And they're like, yeah, but we're going out drinking. Fuck your drinking, dude. Fuck everything slowing you down. Fuck going back for a bachelor's degree. Fuck going out for a PhD. That's why I never graduated. Because I wanted to start fucking life. And everybody else that I went to school with, they graduated 2 years after me. And they have a degree, but I'm already 2 years ahead in the game because I worked fucking harder and I made mistakes and I learned. Number, what am I on, 4? 4 is the sleep balance mixture. Now, I do admit I'm getting a lot more sleep recently. And I'm getting better rested, but I'm realizing that because now I have 40 employees and 7 businesses, I need to think clear. My thoughts affect people's children now. You know what I mean? When before it was like, fuck it, man, it's just me and Dana, like, fuck everything. Now it's, Lonnie's having a fucking kid, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if I fuck this all up, Lonnie has a kid and has to go look for a new job. Right. It's not right. So, does she have Easy Pass? She didn't care about nothing. Jesus, as Dana over there. So, I think the sleep balance mixture, I get that question from a lot of people. They're like, hey man, I want to start a business, but I don't have any time. My kid's from school, I'm already working this many hours. Like, what people don't realize is all this shit that I started, you come home, you realize, you know what, I can't go to the gym. Like, the gym is not my priority right now. Eating is not my priority. Sleeping is not my priority. Cut all that shit out. That whole, like, understanding of balance you have for life, like, legitimately, dude, I've done the fucking research. I'm not a fucking doctor. If you get 3 hours a night of sleep every single night for the rest of your life, you're fine. But you're right?
Yeah.
Tell me we haven't operated on 3 hours of sleep for over a month.
Yeah.
And you're fucking fine. You actually start to operate fucking faster. The body is amazing. The body figures it out. Yeah. The body figures, cool, I only get 3 hours of sleep. I mean, you talk to dudes, there's dudes that I know that, like, legit don't sleep at all. Like, you'll never catch them asleep, and they're fine. Their body adapts. But your body will also adapt to thinking you need 10 hours of sleep a night. If you want to be a bodybuilder, obviously you need sleep, so you need to make that a priority. But, dude, if you're trying to make it in business, man, like, realize that, like, you start at 9 o'clock at night. drink whatever the fuck you need to drink, eat whatever the fuck you need to eat, and fuck everything, and you start at 9 o'clock at night. But you need to be responsible enough to realize that you can't quit your day job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't go start, and people do this all the time. They're like, oh man, I quit my job as a fucking oil rig operator making X, Y, and Z, and now I'm starting an apparel line. It's like, it's not gonna work, dude. It's not. You're fucked. You're fucked up. And I think that a lot of people they think that it's like kicking the balance out is throwing themselves in a position where their back's up against the wall. But like, know that your back's up against the wall just because it's life. Like, you don't need to put yourself in a position where like you can't feed your fucking kids. Put your kids to bed at 9 o'clock and go the fuck to work. Get on your laptop, and that's the beauty about right now is like internet, laptop. You can work from home, but 9 o'clock, turn that shit on, get your fucking comfy pajamas on, and start fucking working, banging on whatever the fuck you need to bang on to stay awake. I'm not encouraging coke, but like whatever you need to take to stay awake. You know what I mean? That's why we made Onward, to fucking keep you awake. Now, that's, I think, everyone's generally a bitch when it comes down to that, or a pussy, or whatever the fucking derogatory term I want to call them right now is. But like, everyone, it's always just like, oh, I've never worked this hard in my life. How many times have you heard people say that recently? I've never, like, you're moving boxes. You've been moving boxes for 2 hours, and you've never worked this hard in your life. So that's number 4. I think that everybody's sort of a bitch when it comes to that, and they think that they need a bigger life balance than they do. 23 miles. All right. Last one this is number 5. This is the 5th. Is when shit starts either working or not working. Either you become successful or you start falling the fuck off, right? Your integrity, who you are morally, your moral compass, that's when that starts to get compromised. Like, as the money starts showing up, it'll fucking change you. 1,000,000 fucking %. I know a lot of people that as soon as they start making fucking money, they become somebody else. And I know a lot of people that get in a situation where money starts going away and they become someone else. You know, like, that's that whole business partner thing. Like, you and your business partner are making money, but when you start dipping in sales, is your business partner going to say, I like this lifestyle, I'm going to start skimming? You know, like, when they could have never done that before, but now all of a sudden. But I think you just get to a point in time where you can start questioning who you are and questioning your morals. And that's something that, like, as Flagner Fail has grown, like, we took, remember, what was that? It was a $90,000 order we took a hit on. It was a company that was inside the US, and everything that we had washed shrank 15%. And I went back and they wouldn't refund me my $90,000. Now, there's a bunch of things I could have done there, you know what I mean? And I just took the hit. Like, it fucking hurt because I lost 90 grand, but like, once you start like working with these numbers, you start realizing, like, okay, what can I do? Like, how can that 90 grand come back? Can I sell it to somebody else? What can we do? And I think that your moral compass can easily get compromised in all these things. I mean, we're seeing that trending right now in different industries. But dude, you start thinking different. You start making those moves, and your integrity can go out the fucking window. I mean, for example, Dana now, right? Dana's on the come up with everything, right? I think she's weird right now because the social engagement isn't as big, but but her engagement in real life public is so unbelievable. Everyone knows her everywhere. She goes to Target, she gets her picture taken 10 times. She goes to a diner, she stops at a gas station. Like, we stop at truck stops, dude, and the people working at the truck stops got photos with us because they knew who we are. So, like, she's gaining popularity, but not social engagement. So, someone, I think, normally now would be worried, right? And they'd say, oh, what can we do? Now, Dana wants to start getting more involved with animals, and she wants to start doing, like, powerlifting and all these things. But, like, someone in her position could start getting a little more sexually provocative right now to gain attention and to gain more social traction. And she's not doing it. You know, it's not even an interest. She's actually, like, leaning more towards the animals, even though that's going to get less, like, less engaged content. But it's cool that, you know, how she looks at fame, I think, is very interesting. But at the same point in time, it's like that's a clear window where to question your integrity, where to think like, ooh, I'll start doing ass shots now. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's it.
That was 5.
That was 5.
19 minutes and 6 seconds.
Cool. All right. Well.
Oh, and you like killed the battery.
Did I?
Yeah, it's orange.
I'm doing
I
really
never
good.
used this camera, but I'm guessing orange battery.
Orange battery's bad news. All right,
Yeah.
well, that's it. That's my 5. Hit me up on Snapchat. Comment below. I'll answer comments below. Subscribe, because I'm actually going to start uploading fucking videos. I'm sorry that I haven't been. But comment below, ask questions, business questions, life questions, relationship questions. I don't have the answer. There's other dudes out there that I watch that like I feel like they can give you an answer. I can't give you an answer, but I can give you like my opinion of the answer if I was telling it to myself, and then interpret what you want out of it. I'm not claiming to be a businessman or a business professional. I just own businesses. You know, I'm not claiming to be fucking brilliant or anything like that. Just people seem like they want to know stuff, so fuck it. I'll spew some information at them.
So that's it.
That's it, man. Before the camera dies.
It's still orange. How much longer are we driving?
How much longer are we driving? Why, you gonna film the whole thing?
No, I'm just wondering.
We're 1 hour and 6 minutes.
I'm gonna reward them. I'm gonna show them my mustache.
You know that everyone loves your mustache right now, right?
I know. I'm scruffy looking under there, but the mustache is coming in nice. Do you have official sign out?
No, I don't. I don't even have like an intro or outro yet.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna make one, but I like don't care enough.
So
I care, but like I feel like I don't know if the people are even appreciate it.
You're right. You should probably like put this in the beginning of the video to hook them.
Or your mustache?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I want to see it. That'll be the screenshot. The
Business advice.
business advice. 5 business, and I'll put 5 mustaches.
Perfect. What's Dana doing?